Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trice and this is WillWorkForHeels TV. So today we are heading on a school field trip. So some of you may or may not know that I am the lead instructor over the medical academy at our school. And so we took some of our students to the Mayo Clinic on this day for a little field trip, and they got to do some hands-on simulations that included hand washing, PPE, bed making, and they also got to do a simulation where there was a code blue and they had to perform CPR. And it was a really cool field trip to go on because all of the students who are on this field trip are on the medical pathway at our school to become certified nursing assistants. So really great hands-on field trip. And of course, we got to listen to some of the Mayo Clinic nurses and employees talk about their experiences in the healthcare field and answer some of the questions that the students may have had about the healthcare field as well. The very next day, I took some of my HOSA students. HOSA is the Pre-Med Honor Society that I sponsor, and we compete in HOSA. And so I took the students who advanced from the regional competition to the state competition, which is in Orlando. But we always stop off at the Mall of Millennia before heading to the conference hotel, because like any other hotel, you can't check in until 3 o'clock. So we had to kill a little time. So this gave the students the opportunity to grab lunch, maybe get in a little shopping. Afterwards, we made our way to the hotel and got our room keys and checked in. Loved my room. It was really nice, thanks to an upgrade that I'll tell you guys about later. But usually on the first night, there's just an opening ceremony where we get introductions and we get to listen to all the rules and regulations. And the competitions and the conference really get going the very next day. The very next morning, I went to an advisor breakfast, and while at breakfast, we listened to Cody Burns. He was the keynote speaker the night before, where he spoke to everyone in HOSA, the students and the advisors and all parties involved. But this morning, it was just for the advisors, and he gave us some nuggets on how to make positive impacts. And then afterwards, I just walked around the resort a little bit. This is such a gorgeous, gorgeous hotel. The grounds are absolutely beautiful. And then I decided to head to my room. I had a few hours to kill while my students were competing, so I decided to sit on the balcony and just take in the views. Hey guys, so I'm just on my balcony enjoying the view and this beautiful weather here in Orlando. But I wanted to give you guys a rundown of how the HOSA conference works. So every student has different events, different times that they have to go and compete. So they are responsible for knowing when they need to go to orientation, when they need to go to their particular event, because there are almost 4,000 kids here, and they are responsible for keeping up with the times. I also had some responsibilities that I had to do this morning as an advisor. We have our own meetings as well. Sometimes we also have to help with the different competitive events. But now I have a little downtime. The students also get downtime where they get to go and enjoy the resort before we meet up again tonight for the general session. Every night there's a general session. Last night was the first one where they kind of went over the rules. We had a keynote motivational speaker. So tonight is a recognition session. So they're going to be recognizing different chapters. I believe our chapter is getting an award tonight. Also, some students of mine will be getting some awards tonight as well for their volunteer efforts. And scholarships will be given. Also, the state officers for HOSA will be passing the torch on to the new officers. And then tomorrow is our last full day, and that session is when we will have the grand award ceremony. And tomorrow during the day, we usually go to Disney Springs to kind of hang out because there's no more events. And at that time, scores are just being tallied. So we have pretty much the whole day to hang out. So that is it in a nutshell. And then we go home on Sunday. So it's a nice little getaway for me and the students. We all have a great time. And this hotel is really nice. I really, really like this resort. This is the Orlando World Center Marriott. And it's a beautiful hotel. It's always super clean and the rooms are nice. The grounds are beautiful. And I just really like it here. So there's nothing around, like there's no place that you can walk out of the hotel and then next door to, like, to get food or anything like that. So that's the only thing that I could say is maybe a tick or, you know, a demerit because we don't have a car, obviously, and the students have to either eat what they have available here at the hotel, which is usually pretty high, or DoorDash, which is also pretty high. So yeah, but other than that, it's great. Yeah, so I'm just working on editing right now since I have a little downtime. I do need to go get me some lunch. It's gonna be a late lunch, but yeah, it's really nice. I have on my swimsuit. I am considering going down to the pool, but I also don't want my students seeing me in my swimwear, so I might not. But yeah, good times. Love it here. Oh, and I forgot to mention that my chaperone was able to get my room upgraded. So actually he upgraded his room and then switched my room that I had, and he gave me the key to the upgraded room. The room that I had before was nice as well, but this one has the beautiful view that I showed you guys earlier. And at night, I can see the fireworks from the Epcot park. So super excited to see that this evening once it gets dark, and I absolutely love this view. And being able to sit here on the balcony and see everything that's going on is just great. It's the life that I deserve. Okay. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to go get me something to eat for lunch, and I'll catch back up with y'all a little bit later. Bye. So I ordered Uno pizza because they're really good. I had them for the first time about 2 years ago, and it looks good, but I'm wondering if they gave me the wrong pizza. It kind of looks like it, because this looks like it's just cheese. Is it just cheese? I think it is. Dang it. Is it? So we are at Disney Springs now for the afternoon. So we are now at Disney Springs, and getting here was an adventure because the hotel only has one shuttle in the morning at 11:15, and they don't have any more shuttles until 5 o'clock. So imagine all of the kids trying to get on this shuttle. Anyways, we all made it on, so that's that. So now I'm about to go check out Zara, Anthropology, and then get me something to eat. Hey guys, so we are back from the HOSA conference. We got back on Sunday. It was really great. I had, I think, 6 students who were given an award of some sort, and 1 student who actually advanced to the next round of competitions, which is called International. So now I got to get paperwork together to make sure that me and my student can travel to the international conference that's over the summer. So yay to my students. They did so well. I'm so proud of them. So I have a lot going on this week. Tonight I'm heading to the media night for a new restaurant sports bar called Fourscore. I'm also working on finishing up a blog post from the farm tour that I went on last week or a couple of weeks ago. And a part of that blog post is creating a recipe using some of the produce that I received from the farm tour. So I'll be doing that as well. I believe I'm going to make some stuffed bell peppers because that's pretty easy and it always comes out really good. And let me see, later on this week, I'm going to another event called, what is it called? Oh my gosh. The Underground Velvet Tour or something like that. The Velvet Underground Tour. And then later this weekend, I'm taking my godson to the circus. And so this week is jam-packed full of things, and I'm not mad at it. So I'm on my lunch break now. It's about to end, so I will catch back up with you guys in a little bit. Bye. For my stuffed bell pepper recipe, I am using bell peppers fresh from Florida Farms, and it's a really quick, easy, and delicious recipe that you can find over on my blog, highheelsandgoodmeals.com. It's perfect for a weeknight meal when you don't really want to fuss, as most of my recipes are. So if this looks like something that you would enjoy, definitely stop by my blog to pick up the recipe. So on this evening, I headed to the preview night of Fourscore Golf Tavern, which is new to Gate Parkway. And what I really like about this spot is that they have 6 full swing simulators where you can practice your golf swing or throwing a football, soccer. So it makes it a really interactive and fun space. They also have really good food, and they have a very extensive bar menu. I asked my bartender to make a mocktail that was pretty like me, and he delivered. As a matter of fact, he made me 2, so that was really sweet of him. They also have some greenery outside where you can play games like cornhole, and it was just a really fun space. So I definitely see it being a hit during the summer months when it's nice and warm. Very interactive restaurant and bar. The very next day, I headed to St. Augustine to the Embassy Suites to check out their new Castaway Cantina happy hour. It's called the La Hora Azul, for the blue hour. And they invited us to come out and check out what they had to offer. So they had really great drinks and tacos and live music. And I love the Embassy Suites already. And this particular one is exceptionally beautiful because it's oceanfront. So if you're ever in the area, definitely check them out for happy hour. And then later that night, I headed back to Jacksonville to meet up with a friend at Jack's Restaurant and Grill. This is a new restaurant that is serving Mediterranean style food. They also have different events on different evenings. Like I know they do salsa on Fridays, I think, Friday and Saturdays. This night they were playing the soccer game. So another cool restaurant to go and hang at. And I love their decor also. The next evening, I headed out to the Glass Factory for the Velvet Underground show. So this is a traveling speakeasy that puts you in the mindset of Las Vegas. So they had some craft cocktails and mocktails, and they had small bites. And what I really liked about the space is that it's like a runway, and then the show is all around, so there's not a bad seat in the house. This is my outfit I got from Express years ago. Still love it. It's a jumper, not a dress. And some people got really dressed up like in flapper attire because it is supposed to represent that era, the 20s and 30s. But lots of dancing, lots of singing, lots of acrobatics. There was somebody from Cirque du Soleil who did some aerial work. It was really good. So I'll just be quiet and let you guys see what I got to experience. And if it comes to your city, you should definitely consider checking it out. So I made a stop to my favorite store. You guys, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know what store that is, Marshall's. Which one? At the beach, okay? They had some really cute shoes like those Tory Burch espadrilles. I am really loving Jason Wu products. I mentioned this in a short. He has really well-made products, and Marshall's sells a lot of them. They had some really, really cute shoes this day. Some mid-level luxury shoes like Coach. They had both for male and female. And they also had some other cute shoes that from brands that I'm not too familiar with, like these here by a brand called Napoleone. Don't think I've ever heard of them, but they were genuine leather shoes and they were really nice. I also really loved these, but they didn't have them in my size, or else I would have went home with them. The next day, I took my godson to the Universal Circus. Now, I have been wanting to get out to this circus for the longest time, and I finally had the opportunity this year, so I grabbed him and his little brother and we headed out to the circus. So a lot of circuses are getting away from using animals in their shows because of animal welfare. While it may be entertaining for the crowd, it's not the best living conditions for an animal to be in a traveling circus. So there were no animals in this show, but it was still very entertaining. My favorite part of the show was definitely the Caribbean Carnival segment. They were doing lots of dancing, some cool tricks. There's my godson. We were trying to catch the ball, and it was a completely entertaining show. These were the So Fresh clowns, or Fresh the Clowns, I'm sorry. They were dancing and getting the crowd to participate. They even took some kids on stage to do a little dancing. And it was just a really great family-oriented show. I'm so glad that I finally got the chance to see it with my own two eyes. They are a traveling circus, so if they come to a city near you, you should definitely take the kids to check it out. Well, guys, we have come to the end of this vlog. I finally got my nails done and stopped by 1928 to grab me a coffee and an empanada while I was in the area. So if you saw something today that you enjoyed, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles!